Have you ever heard of a plant so tough that it seems to thrive on neglect? Many people believe the snake plant is just that. It is often called the unkillable houseplant, a title it has earned through its sheer resilience and adaptability. These plants are true survivors. They can tolerate very low light, survive infrequent watering, and continue to stand tall and proud in the corner of a room, asking for very little in return. This remarkable hardiness makes them a fantastic choice for anyone just beginning their journey into the world of houseplants, or for those with busy lives who still desire a touch of green in their home. This essay is your comprehensive guide to understanding and loving these incredible plants. We will journey through the diverse world of Sansevieria, exploring 5 of the most popular and fascinating varieties you can bring into your home. You will learn to identify each one by its unique leaf shape, its distinct coloration, and its typical size. More importantly, you will learn how to provide the perfect care, soil, watering, and the right amount of light, so your snake plant truly flourishes. Our first stop is the most recognizable and enduringly popular variety of all, the classic Sansevieria trifasciata. This is the plant that likely comes to mind when you hear the name snake plant, mother-in-law's tongue. Its appearance is defined by its long, stiff, sword-like leaves that grow vertically from the soil in dense clumps. The leaves are a deep, rich green, beautifully variegated with horizontal bands of a lighter, silvery green or grayish-green color. These bands create a mottled, snake-like pattern that gives the plant its common name. The leaves can reach 30 to 90 centimeters, making it eye-catching in any room. It has a strong preference for bright, indirect light, which helps maintain vibrant colors and robust growth. However, its remarkable tolerance for low light means it can happily reside in a dim corner or a north-facing office. For watering, the rule is simple: less is more. Allow the soil to dry out completely before the next drink. Its architectural form suits any decor. It can stand alone as a statement or group with others for an indoor jungle. Air-purifying benefits are a functional bonus. You will notice slow but steady growth. New leaves, called pups, emerge from the base, thickening the clump over time. It is content slightly root-bound and does not require frequent repotting. Minimal needs, powerful presence, the beauty of simplicity and strength. Moving on from the classic flat-leafed variety, we encounter the strikingly modern and sculptural Sansevieria cylindrica. As its name suggests, the leaves are cylindrical, tube-like, smooth, and round in cross-section, tapering to a point. They often grow straight up like a cluster of spears, can be braided or fanned out in an elegant arc. The color is typically a deep, solid green, sometimes with faint pale stripes wrapping around. Individual leaves range from about 30 centimeters to well over a meter in height. It thrives in bright, indirect light, tolerates lower light with slower growth, and leaves may lean toward the light. Even more drought-tolerant than trifasciata, its thick, tubular leaves store water efficiently. Let the soil become bone dry between waterings to avoid root rot. Its clean lines suit contemporary spaces. A solitary specimen becomes a living sculpture. Smaller braided versions are perfect for desks and modern shelving. Pups may appear at the base. Leave them to create a denser cluster or separate later to propagate. With slow growth, it won't outgrow its pot quickly. A low-maintenance companion for years. Nature as sculpture, easy care with visual distinction. Next in our lineup is a variety that truly glows, the ethereal Sansevieria Moonshine. This plant is cherished for its breathtaking coloration. Wide, upright leaves of pale, silvery green with a soft, almost matte, luminous finish. Leaves are broad and sword-like, typically 30 to 60 centimeters tall. When young, they are almost entirely ghostly silver. As they mature, they may develop faint dark green margins and subtle vertical lines. To maintain the signature pale coloring, provide bright, indirect light, Ample light preserves the silver-green sheen. Too little light causes new leaves to revert darker green, losing the moonlit appearance. Protect from harsh, direct sun. The pale leaves are more susceptible to sunburn. Water sparingly only after the soil is completely dry. Overwatering leads to rot and loss of firmness. Its light, reflective color illuminates darker corners and contrasts beautifully with deep green or variegated foliage. A sophisticated focal point on a side table, bookshelf, or calm bedroom setting. Best in a simple pot that lets the color shine. Wipe leaves occasionally to remove dust and help them absorb ambient light. A subtle, modern twist on a classic, steady, graceful, and luminous. For those who love the look of snake plants but lack floor space, the Sansevieria hahnii, bird's nest, fits perfectly. This dwarf variety forms a compact rosette. Leaves are short, broad, and triangular, growing outward from a central point. It typically reaches a modest 10 to 25 centimeters tall. Coloration resembles trifasciata, rich dark green with attractive gray-green horizontal bands. Adaptable. Thrives in bright indirect light and maintains form in lower light. Water needs are minimal. Avoid trapping water in the rosette center to prevent crown rot. Perfect for desks, windowsills, and side tables. Great for apartments, dorms, and small nooks. Healthy plants produce pups around the base, eventually creating a dense, full clump. When crowded, divide to make new plants to share or place around your home. Group several together for a miniature landscape, or use one as a subtle accent. Its low-profile nest contrasts nicely with taller, linear objects. Easygoing and adorable, proof that small plants have big charm. Our final variety is a true showstopper, the Sansevieria masoniana, the whale-fin snake plant. Prized for exceptionally large paddle-like leaves, often sold as a single, massive leaf. Width 30 to 60 centimeters, height 40 to 90. Texture slightly rough, deep, mottled green with faint wavy bands and a distinctive reddish or purplish margin. Prefers bright, indirect light, maintains rich coloration and encourages new leaves. It is a very slow grower. Due to the massive leaf storing water, it's highly susceptible to root rot if overwatered. Wait until soil is completely dry through the pot. Dramatic and sculptural, it anchors a room. A wide, heavy pot adds stability. It fits modern, eclectic, and bohemian styles. High impact, low effort. Commonly sold as a solo leaf, but mature plants eventually produce pups from the rhizome. It can take a year or more for a new leaf. When a pup appears, it's cause for celebration. A magnificent, unique specimen. A true collector's item for lovers of the bold and beautiful. Now that we have acquainted ourselves with 5 beautiful varieties, let's focus on the simple rules of care that apply to all snake plants. The first and most critical element is the soil. Snake plants despise sitting in wet soil. Wet soil leads to root rot. Use an extremely well-draining medium. A pre-made cactus or succulent mix works well. Or make your own by mixing potting soil with perlite, pumice, or coarse sand for better aeration and drainage. When it comes to watering, the golden rule is, when in doubt, do not water. Always check the soil first. If you feel any moisture 2 to 5 centimeters down, wait. In spring and summer, you might water every 2 to 4 weeks, and in winter, perhaps every 6 to 8 weeks or even less. When you do water, water thoroughly until it drains, then discard excess from the saucer. Most perform best in bright, indirect light, near an east window or a few feet back from south or west windows. This level of light brings out the best coloration, especially in moonshine and trifasciata. They tolerate low light, but growth slows significantly. Avoid prolonged, hot afternoon sun that can scorch leaves. They're comfortable between 15 and 27 degrees Celsius and not fussy about humidity. Feed lightly in spring and summer with a diluted, balanced fertilizer every 6 to 8 weeks. Avoid feeding in fall and winter when growth slows. Follow 3 pillars: well-draining soil, infrequent watering, and appropriate light. and your snake plant will flourish. One of the most rewarding aspects of owning a snake plant is how easy it is to create new ones, through division and leaf cuttings. For division, remove the plant, expose rhizomes, and separate clumps, each with leaves and healthy roots. Pot divisions in fresh, well-draining soil and water lightly. For leaf cuttings, cut a healthy leaf into 5 to 10 centimeter sections. Mark the bottom end, and let them callus for a day or two. Root in water, changing weekly, or plant directly in moist mix. Pot up when roots reach 2 to 3 centimeters. Common pests include mealybugs, spider mites, and scale. First, isolate the plant. Treat by wiping with rubbing alcohol, or use a gentle insecticidal soap. Root rot from overwatering shows soft, yellowing, mushy leaves and foul soil. Trim affected roots, dry, repot in dry mix, and water less often. Snake plants are forgiving, beautiful, and easy. Choose your favorite and enjoy. If you enjoyed this guide, please like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which variety is your favorite.